Cosmic Girl 101 signing on for the Sagittarius rising April astrology of 2024. Topics for the month of April that we are going to be discussing in this video is the Sun, our luminary, the moons, which is the eclipse and the full moon this month of April, Mercury, Mars and Venus, which are our personal planets, and the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. The Sun, our luminary. The Sun for you, Sagittarius rising, continues its transit through your 5th house of Aries until the 19th of April. A lot of vitality and energy is directed towards the 5th house topics of joy and pleasure, children, creative projects that you enjoy that give you a sense of release in regards to expressing yourself. It's also connected to investments, gambling, joy and pleasure with a romantic partner, athletics and sports. Yeah, there's a lot going on in all of the houses in the zodiac wheel. But for you, the Sun is highlighting this house and those topics. So you're injecting a lot of energy in your sense of joy and pleasure. Well, the ruling planet of Aries is currently transiting in the sign of Pisces, which is your 4th house of home, family, real estate, property, and also ancestry. Mother and father is also highlighted here in the 4th house. So Mars transiting in the 4th house and the Sun transiting here in your 5th house, which is the ruler of Aries, is connected here. On the 11th of April, the Sun conjuncts Mercury retrograde in Aries. There could be a turnaround of negotiations or communications regarding your 5th house topics connected to home and family and real estate matters. On the 19th of April, the Sun ingresses into the sign of Taurus until the 20th of May. So this is your 6th house. This is where the energy and attention is now being directed towards, which is all about your physical health and diet, service to other people, so products that you might release to other people that are of benefit to both you and them, work colleagues, and also just work in general. It's a house where we get our hands dirty and get things done. So from the 19th of April until the 20th of May, this is where your energy is being directed towards. On the 21st of April, the Sun, which is in Taurus, your 6th house, is going to square Pluto in Aquarius, your 3rd house. So work, other people, and things that you are doing, that you're working hard on, is going to come into a clash in regards to communication, technology, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, even short distance traveling. You're on alert here on this day that it might be a jarring day regarding communication and travel that affects your work and services and products that you exchange with other people. The lunations, which is our moon and the moon's cycles. Well, the lunations this month, they're both ruled by the planet Mars, which is currently transiting in the sign of Pisces, your 4th house of home, family, mother, father, real estate and property concerns, and also your sense of stability with foundations that you have built that support you. That is significant to note because the lunations are influenced by that Mars, which is in Pisces, your 4th house. On the 8th of April, there is a new moon total solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, your 5th house. A new moon, which is all about beginnings, starting something new, but it's a total solar eclipse. It's like a moment of stop, rethink, don't reveal anything yet. Something needs to change. And the reveal and the change will be very apparent or come to its full completion on October 17, 2024, when there's a full moon in the sign of Aries, your 5th house. For you, Sagittarius rising, I think this new moon is occurring in your fifth house that is strongly connected to your home, family, real estate, and property matters. So you may be wanting to begin something new, but something needs your attention regarding home and family, or possibly parents. On the 23rd of April, well, there's a full moon in the sign of Scorpio, which again is ruled by that Mars, which is currently transiting in Pisces, your fourth house, home, family, real estate, property matters, mother and father. Now, this is your 12th house being Scorpio. So this is about things from the past or things that have been lying dormant that is now getting their moment in the spotlight. This is the reveal, this is the ending, and it could be quite powerful because Scorpio is all about deep and very intense emotions and connections with things that are behind the scenes. Whatever is being released on this day or coming to the surface to be released or acknowledged is going to be very significant, connected to something from the past or something that is very, very turbulent. So forewarned is forearmed. This lunation for you, Sagittarius rising, may be very powerful. Planet Mars. Well, Mars, Scorpio, Sagittarius rising for you. Mars rules Aries, which is your fifth house, and also rules Scorpio, your 12th house. And as aforementioned, that Mars is transiting in the fourth house of home, family, real estate, property, mother and father matters and aspects of our lives. On the 10th of April, Mars in Pisces will conjunct Saturn in Pisces, your fourth house. A Mars-Saturn conjunction is beginning a new cycle that is going to change dramatically things that have been almost normalized in regards to family, real estate and property matters, or even mother and father. This conjunction is all about mature wisdom that needs to be kept in check so we can move forward confidently with our plans and what we would like to do. And this is all to do with real estate, property, home and family and parents. So this day is a day where there might be a stop feeling or a stop sensation that is necessary. On the 19th of April, Mars in Pisces, your fourth house, is in a sextile aspect to Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, your sixth house. I liken this day, Sagittarius rising, as harmony and flow between what you do on a day-to-day basis with your work and even your body is changing things up in a lifestyle to do with your family or even investments regarding property that you can now afford. This might be a nice contract you're getting through work that gives your sense of foundation and stability with home and real estate matters a bit of a lift. On the 29th of April, Mars in Pisces, your fourth house, is conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. This is a day of creative breakthrough or feeling like you're ready to start something new that's creative, that changes up the aesthetics in your home, changing up something in the dynamics with your family, or real estate and property matters are highlighted here for being more in flow and looking good for the future. On the 30th of April, Mars is going to ingress into its home sign of Aries, and which is your fifth house, until the 9th of June. This is where we have a lot of conflict, energy, and drive to cut things away that are wasting our time considering investments, pleasure, and joy. So you might be very fired up and inspired with Mars in this transit until the 9th of June in Aries, your fifth house, to get on top of what it is that is making you feel drained in regards to joy and pleasure or investments, and what you need to transform and change to bring you more stability and a sense of ease. Mercury. Mercury is a planet that is connected to short distance travel, our mental landscapes, how we communicate and how we think. It's also got a lot to do with being busy mentally and at times physically, but it's all about how we think. It's a very mental planet. Well, Mercury for you as a Sagittarius rising, Mercury rules your 7th house of Gemini and your 10th house being Virgo. Mercury is currently been transiting in the sign of Aries, your 5th house, and this could be connected to a partnership, negotiations and contracts, and also work and career and how you're seen in the world when Mercury is transiting in the 5th house of investments, joy, pleasure, partner, and also in like high risk investments and gambling that may be connected to partners and contracts or work and employment and how you're seen and known in the world. Well, on the 1st of April, that Mercury is going retrograde in Aries. So it's going back over what has occurred in regards to conversations, travel, things coming back that you were known for or were seen to be doing in the world. Something's coming back online from the past. And also partnerships and negotiations are up for reconsideration and contemplation. On the 8th of April, the moon in Aries conjuncts Mercury retrograde. So that moon Mercury conjunction is all about emotionally being connected to how we're thinking. So our mental state is important on this day. You may be heightened and quite passionate about communication, but check yourself before you wreck yourself. This is a day that can be all about emotions, too much in our feelings and not having clarity to direct our speech or our thoughts or communication at this time. So if there is a contract or some sort of agreement that's really important at this time, I would take a step back and reconsider looking at it again in a couple of days. On the 19th of April, that Mercury retrograde in Aries is conjuncting Venus in Aries. Mercury-Venus conjunction is all about revealing and communicating what is of value to us, what's important to us, what gives us a sense of pleasure and enjoyment. So this is a day where you might be going back over what is enjoyment and has this got a financial aspect to it, Sagittarius rising? I wouldn't be surprised. On the 25th of April, that Mercury is going direct in Aries until the 15th of May. So your 5th house now has a lot more clarity. You're more certain. The negotiations have been considered and talked about. You are now ready and feeling more mentally online to connect in regards to investments, a partner, creative project, and joy and pleasure in general. This is where you're having like a rebirth of your sense of what makes me feel good. Venus. Well, who doesn't like talking about planet Venus? Venus, this planet has a lot to do with our self-worth and self-value. Like really being an advocate for us and what's important and significant to us. It's also knowing our value. This is a connection, this planet is connected to uniting with people that we find pleasurable, connecting to things that make us feel beautiful, or we are driven towards things of beauty. And Venus for you as a Sagittarius rising, well, she rules your 6th house of Taurus and also your 11th house of Libra, which is relationships with friends, groups and organizations, and helpful alliances. Venus is currently transiting, opening up the month of April in the sign of Pisces, which is her exaltation sign, until the 29th of April. Venus in Pisces in your 4th house of home, family, real estate and property concerns, mother and father, might have you readjusting or reconsidering what is beautiful regarding those topics or what gives you a sense of value and self-worth, connected to family, real estate and property matters, and mother and father. On the 3rd of April, that Venus conjuncts Neptune in Pisces in your 4th house. I like this day for a creative breakthrough or a reveal regarding a conversation that releases and lets others know this is where you stand when it comes to your vision regarding real estate and property matters that are important to you for the future. On the 5th of April, well, that Venus is going to be ingressing into the sign of Aries, which is your 5th house of joy, pleasure, investments, romantic partners, creativity, creative projects, children, and gambling. When Venus ingresses into the 5th house, this is where Venus was considered in ancient astrology in her joy in the 5th house. She likes being in the 5th house because it's all about what makes us feel beautiful, what we love and value, and it's all about the joy and pleasure. So enjoy that transit when it goes in your 5th house, that Venus. On the 6th of April, Venus is going to be sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. This looks like a great day for something that is connected in your local environment or communication that is going to give you a surprise regarding investments or a partner, a creative project that gets almost like a thumbs up or something quite powerful happening here that gives an investment a boost. On the 7th of April, the moon in Aries conjuncts Venus in Aries, which is your 5th house. This is the day before that before the eclipse. Now, the moon conjunct Venus is all about fortune of the body, fortune in itself, and emotions. Now, when the moon conjuncts Venus, we're very, very heightened and passionate about our value and self-worth and our finances. This day could be a day where you could be very, very strongly talking about or declaring to someone what is of value and what is passionately doing it for you or not. On the 22nd of April, the moon in Libra, which is your 11th house placement ruler, is opposing Venus in Aries, your 5th house. And this is the day before the full moon. Now, your 5th and 11th house in opposition, as an astrologer, I would not consider this day as difficult because Venus rules Libra, which is her sign. Venus is in Aries in your house of pleasure. I would liken this day as what's more pleasurable? Me doing me, getting down to enjoying my creative projects, or do I go out with my friends for dinner, or do I get into a group situation that needs my attention too? It's like, which is giving me more joy? I like this day for a harmonious clash of what direction you're going to be going in. On the 29th of April, Venus ingresses into the sign of Taurus, her home sign, and this, no less, is your 6th house of work, service to other people, your diet and physical body, pets, and also to do with work colleagues, until the 23rd of May 2024. So from the 29th of April to the 23rd of May, you've got that Venus in her home sign, your 6th house, of enjoying a boost in your finances because of the work that you're doing or services you provide to other people, being more in flow and connected with. I really honor my own physical body, and I'm going to get on top of my diet and change things up that empowers me. Last but not least, this is a conversation that we're going to be having about the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is occurring on the 20th of April 2024. For you, as a Sagittarius rising, this conjunction occurs in your 6th house of work, your health and your diet and body, services you provide to other people, work colleagues, and pets. So this is where there is a new cycle beginning that's going to be changing over time, that is a very auspicious and quite uplifting and optimistic. Whatever is changing and beginning here on the 20th of April is going to impact your everyday life and your sense of empowerment with the job that you do, especially and also connected to your physical body. The conjunction on this day opposes your 12th house being Scorpio. What does this mean? Well, this means that you're really into getting a job done, changing something with your physical body, getting back into feeling good with your health and diet, services that you provide to other people is really going to be a problem because there's something from the past that you want to let go of or need to let go of to make you feel that you are in flow with your intentions for your future regarding work, health, and service to other people. You may need to release and let go of something that's been hanging on to you or psychologically jarring you, not having the confidence. This is where you may also be aware of where you check out too much, have too much fun behind the scenes that's affecting the progress that is trying to break through and change in regards to your physical body and diet, your work and services that you provide to other people. So give yourself a moment here to realize that you're human, but there's something that is going on behind the scenes or has been for some time that needs to let go. So you need to release yourself from something from the past so you can move forward confidently, get your hands dirty and get the job done and not be so worried if you're capable of doing it. Cosmic Girl 101 signing off. I hope you have, and I'm sure you will. You have a blessed April, Sagittarius rising, and I will see you next month.